Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your host, Mark Curtis Boone, on the second edition of Fire of Liberty on this late night edition with one special aspect, one unique aspect that I would like to add, or not add, but broadcast in this unique sort of production. Uniquely, and of course, there's multifaceted aspects which apply to, the movements, which I'll reiterate, or not necessarily reiterate, but specify. Quote, a person can perform Yajnopivat Vita of his own class and of the classes below his own. These he can also teach. Thus, a Brahmin can perform it for Brahmins, Kshatriyas and Vaishyas. Kshatriya for Kshatriyas and Vaishyas only, and Vaishyas for Vaishyas only. And an intelligent, respectable sutra should also be taught all the Shastras bearing the Veda, but without performing his Upnayana. This view is held by many authorities, period, for Brahmacharya, maximum and minimum. Quote, a student should observe Brahmacharya and study the Vedas with their subsidiary subjects for 9, 18, 36 years, or until they are completely mastered. Quote, a Brahmacharya is of 3 grades, the lowest, the intermediate, and the highest. Lowest, quote, man who is composed of a body formed out of the elements derived from foods and drinks, and a soul that resides in the body, is verily a yajna. He should be endowed with the most excellent qualities, and in order to accomplish gain longevity, strength, physical and mental, and the like qualities, the shortest period for which a student should observe is 24 years, just as there are 24 letters in the Chanda, or in the Metra, or Gayatra. He should, during this period, keep perfect control over his passions and devote himself to acquisition of the knowledge of the Vedas and of culture. By virtue of this Brahmacharya, vital forces called Vasus are fully developed and matured. These help to produce the noblest qualities in his body, manas, and the soul. Should anyone advise a Brahmachari to marry or have sensual enjoyment before the age 25, let the Brahmachari answer him thus, look you here, my dear fellow, if my vital forces, mental faculties, and physical organs were not fully developed and strong, I should not be able to observe Brahmacharya of the next grade, which lasts until one is 44 years old, as the observance of the lowest grade helps one to keep Brahmacharya of the intermediate grade. Am I a fool like you that I should ruin my body, my vital forces, my mental faculties, and even my soul, which, if properly looked after, endow one with a noble nature and produce sterling qualities and help one to perform great deeds? Waste my precious life to deprive myself of the fourfold fruit of human life. Destroy my Brahmacharya, which is the mainspring of all ashramas or orders, the best of all good works, and the source of all that is good and noble life, and consequently seek the lowest depths of misery and degradation, ? End quote. Quote, since he observes his Brahmacharya properly during the first period of his life, by virtue of this Brahmacharya requires knowledge and grows in health and strength, remains free from disease, and attains to the age of 70 or 80 years. I will never, therefore, listen to the advice of such fools as you, and restore my Brahmacharya, the intermediate. That he that observes the Brahmacharya for 44 years, there are 44 letters in the Trishtkanda. By virtues of this, Brahmacharya attains to the degree of bronze or vital forces called Rudras. In other words, he becomes a terror to the wicked and an asylum for the good. No rascal dare practice his rascality before him. Should anyone advise such a Brahmachari to abandon his life for Brahmachari, marry, and enjoy himself, let him answer such a man, thus the happiness that results from the observance of Brahmacharya of a higher degree cannot even be dreamt of by one who has not led a life of Brahmacharya, and even sensuous. Pleasures are more keenly enjoyed by the former than by the latter, since it is a Brahmachari alone who attains to success in worldly affairs, enjoys perfect sensuous pleasures, and spiritual happiness. I will never destroy my brahmacharya, the source of the highest happiness. On the other hand, by virtue of thorough observance of this brahmacharya, have become learned, virtuous, strong in body and mind, enjoy longevity and perfect happiness. I will never listen to the advice of such senseless creatures as you are. Marry early and bring ruin on myself and my family. The highest, he that remains a brahmacharya, he is 48 years of age. There are 48 letters. By the virtue of this highest kind of brahmacharya acquires perfect knowledge, perfect physical strength, perfect wisdom, perfect development of good qualities, nature, and characteristics, shines like the sun, enlightening all, and is enabled to master all kinds of knowledge. Should anyone tempt such a brahmacharya to destroy his brahmacharya, which is really the highest virtue, let him answer thus: "O you foolish wretch! ! Get away from me, your foul-smelling, filthy words cannot affect me. I will never destroy this brahmacharya of the highest order. May the Supreme Spirit, through His grace, help me to keep this holy vow, so that I may be able to enlighten such fools as you and teach you, and particularly your children, and thereby help you all to lead happy lives." 4 stages. I'm going to give an incredibly brief description. So, there are 4 stages of the human body. And let them conduct themselves properly, study and teach, etc. Wise man would do well to practice both, etc. Yamas and yamas. That's both. Lots of love. This is your host, Christian Curtis Bone, on this second evening late edition of Fire for Liberty on the 9th of August 2017.